Do cigarettes kill you?
Tidak, no.
Indonesia is being massacred by cigarettes.
Adi Ilam first lit up when he was 4, now smokes 25 cigarettes a day. And it's all perfectly legal.
Making love with your wife or smoking cigarettes? Which one would you give up?
Kalau kondisi sekarang sih rokok sih.
70% of men are smokers, puffing 13 cigarettes a day on average. They're the second leading risk factor for death, with an estimated 300,000 people dying every year due to tobacco use. But why do over 78 million Indonesians smoke, and how did the Marlboro Man conquer this country? I pulled up to the capital of Jakarta with my translator John Ward to find out.
Now we are at the biggest cancer hospital in Jakarta. Yeah, the name is Darmais.
We're wondering how many packs of cigarettes do you smoke a day?
5-6 na aja.
5 to 6 packs per day?
For one day.
Oh,
Satu hari setengah.
okay.
Satu hari.
Yeah,
Satu hari.
satu
Yeah.
bungkus.
Oh, yeah.
Satu. He said only one packs in one day.
1 pack a day for the last 40 plus years. Luigi.
Untuk sekarang paling sebungkus, kalau zaman-zamannya masih kerja, iya udah nggak.
Sehari satu bungkus.
One pack.
What age did you start smoking?
Umur 20.
Sejak bisa kerja aja, mulai kerja.
Usia berapa?
Usia sekitar 16.
Usia 17 tahun.
17. Okay, not bad.
Pokoknya umur bangsa 10 lah.
He was 10.
Dari sekolah SMA.
Usianya?
19.
Usia 15.
Sekarang usianya berapa?
20 tahun.
Usia 20 tahun saya udah mulai ngerokok. 63.
I am smoking itu high school.
Does he have any health concerns for the amount of smoking he does? Do you have any breathing problems or lung conditions?
Alhamdulillah enggak.
Do you think you'll ever stop smoking?
Pernah mau coba untuk berhenti?
Pernah tapi nggak bisa.
The photos they put on them make him nervous when he smokes.
He said no. Okay.
Does he have any health concerns given that he smokes a pack a day?
Nggak ada. Biasa aja.
No problem with his health.
Biasa aja.
Okay. Do you think cigarettes are good for your health?
Enggak sih.
He said that he know.
Are you concerned for your health if you continue to smoke or no?
Iya sayang sih sebenarnya.
Are you addicted?
Oh ketagihan sih
Bisa
pasti
tuh,
ada
kayaknya.
ya.
Have you ever tried to quit?
Oh pernah.
It's too hard.
Ya susah.
Does your family worry for your health?
Keluarga. Enggak sih, soalnya bapak juga ngerokok.
Do you think it's bad for your health or good for your health?
Khawatir juga sih.
Ya.
Tapi kalau orang nggak ngerokok juga sama aja.
Oh gitu.
Why do so many men in Indonesia smoke cigarettes so much?
Kurang ngerti juga ya.
Oh gitu.
Ya pikiran lah.
Oh iya.
Stress relief, anxiety.
Nah, kadang pas lagi lelah aja sih ngerokok, kayaknya enak aja ngelepas lah.
Stress.
Iya.
Ya, for relax. Relaxation.
Yes.
Biar senang.
Biar
Biar-
senang.
He said for happiness.
Feels good. You have to smoke cigarettes to be seen as masculine and strong. Machismo, macho.
Dulu nyoba-nyoba cuman, sekarang udah kecanduan.
And what was the reason to start?
Seperti orang-orang lah, ngikutin kebiasaan tongkrongan, apa.
Do you still feel like the nicotine high, or do you just smoke not to feel bad?
Kalau misalkan rokok ya, kalau otak lagi buntu, apa sih namanya, mumet ini temen ini. Ya, ibaratnya temen untuk berpikir.
You're witnessing a connoisseur, a master at work here. Is there any history of lung cancer?
He said he has no lung cancer.
Okay. Has he had any health complications due to smoking in his lifetime?
Ya nggak tahu.
Nggak tahu.
And does he have any lung issues?
Alhamdulillah nggak ada.
No problem with his health.
minum air hangat.
So he neutralizes the effects of the cigarette with the warm water.
According to him.
And does he know anyone who's died due to lung cancer, or
Pernah.
Siapa?
Ya. Tetangga.
does he plan to stop anytime soon, given that his neighbor died?
Niat berhenti sih ada, cuma gimana ya susah banget kayaknya mau berhenti. Apalagi habis makan tuh kalau nggak ngerokok kayak digebukin.
Oh gitu.
While some of the smokers were in outright denial as to the health consequences of smoking, financially, I wanted to know what percentage of his income goes towards cigarette smoking.
Apakah setengahnya, sepertiganya?
Enggak sih. Sepertiga lah.
So 35% of his income goes towards cigarettes. And while an average pack of cigarettes might cost anywhere from $1.50 to $3, the average income per day here in the city is $12 to $15. And according to the NIH, household cigarette consumption has a negative impact on households' daily energy and protein intakes. In simple terms, people are so addicted to cigs, they're prioritizing buying a pack over feeding their families.
He said that at that time he can spend half from his income.
Wow,
Just
50%. That's a lot. That must have been expensive.
Buat rokok selama sebulan.
Ya.
Ya kira-kira berapa? Setengahnya lah.
Oh gitu. He
Iya.
said
Do you think that's too much?
Ngerasa sih tapi ya kebutuhan.
Biasanya sebulan kan sebungkus 24.000. 300 ribuan sebulan.
gaji bapak berapa?
Gaji saya 4,8.
Oh ya.
Saya hanya seperempat.
He's gonna light one up for us, show us how it's done. For maybe one of the last cigarettes before Ramadan. A little wink. And what percentage of your income is that?
Ya setengah lah.
And given that 87% of Indonesia is Muslim, the consumption of alcohol here is haram or forbidden. But given that tobacco is not explicitly mentioned in the Quran or Hadith, it appears that cigarettes here have become the de facto vice used to relieve stress in this majority Muslim country. Okay, is smoking haram?
Smoking no haram, makruh. No halal, makruh.
He said that makruh is the Islamic law that you can smoke, but it is better you don't smoke because God will give you bonus when you don't smoke.
Okay, God gives you bonus if you're not a smoker. So you're missing out on the bonus right now. You need to work towards the bonus. But how hard is it to quit once you get started? Do you ever think you'll quit smoking?
Enggak.
If the doctor said you'll die in 1 year if you don't stop smoking, would you quit?
Cuma kalau masalah itu mah ya gimana yang puasa aja.
He lives or dies by the cigarette. If God strikes him down tomorrow, it is God's will. Can you ask him if he'll ever quit?
Enggak deh, enggak bisa.
Pernah waktu kebetulan lagi pas umur di 33 itu saya lagi sakit lambung kronis.
Oh gitu.
Itu total setengah tahun lebih.
Nanti berapa setengah tahun?
Setengah tahun lebih.
He quit to smoke,
Okay.
but now he has no problem with the God, and then he starts smoking.
Back. If you had to give up your ability to have sex with women to continue smoking, would you?
Rokok.
And what's one word that comes to mind when he thinks of a cigarette?
Rokok ngilangin stres, kalau cewek bikin stres, Bang.
Oh yeah.
If he made double the income, would he smoke 2 times as much?
Ada anak, buat
Okay,
anak, buat
good.
istri.
He said that.
Iseng-iseng aja karena di
He said
jalan.
that.
Okay, good man. What amount of money would I have to give you to quit right now for the rest of your life?
Oh, gitu.
Kalau untuk sekarang belum bisa.
You won't quit? He can't quit? Why not? You're a young man.
Karena baru mulai ngerokok saya.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette? Okay, they do have the hole in the neck advertising and all. Smoking is cancerous. This is terrible for you. Kids do not smoke. Roughly 3 out of every 4 men out here are smoking cigarettes. None of them have concerns for their health. Why is that?
They think that a smoke can heal their stress. The guy said that most people in Jakarta, Indonesia, they smoke because the stress in the office and with their daily life.
I see.
So to release the stress, they smoke.
One guy said 5 packs a day. It's a lot of cigarettes. Do most of these people end up going and seeing a doctor? Do they end up getting lung cancer? Is it common to get lung cancer out here?
When they go to the doctor, they will become more stress. Because the doctor will say, sir, you have cancer. Wow, more stress.
I see. So they prefer cigarettes. 5 feet away, boom, 10 other people smoking cigarettes. It is everywhere here. You cannot avoid it. Why did you quit?
Because saya pernah kena paru dan setelah itu
Cancer atau bukan?
batuk aja.
Batuk.
Iya, batuk aja.
If you were to double your income next month, would you smoke more cigarettes?
Nambah sih.
Oh man, work to smoke, smoke to work. What a cycle. Seems like a pretty damning cycle of despair and lung cancer. And a little bit of nicotine high and relief temporarily. And even if you're not a smoker yourself, you will face the health consequences of smoking. With an estimated 97 million Indonesians exposed to secondhand smoke daily, including 43 million children, more than half of adult workers are exposed at their workplace, 85% of people exposed in restaurants, and 70% of people in public transportation. You cannot escape the damage cigarette causes out here.
Awalnya gigi saya ngerokok ini ngerokok juga, tapi bukan rokok ini. Hasis, ganja.
Said that marijuana.
Marijuana.
Bukan yang ini.
Yeah, not here. I mean, because of marijuana caused his teeth loss.
Interesting. Okay, maybe a little bit of denial, but fair enough. Thank you. So we have smoker. Hi. It is harder to find a non-smoker than a smoker out here. Jump Coffee, that's cigarettes? So that's a cigarette brand right there. Ask him if I can buy a single cigarettes.
Pak, Bapak bisa beli rokok ngeteng nggak, Pak? Ngeteng aja satu. Bisa? Ya.
Makasih. Pulling one out for me. Ah, makasih. How much?
Berapa? One only 30,000. No, 3,000.
Okay. And how many are in a pack?
Kalau untuk satu bungkus? 27,000.
Makasih. Okay, so I just bought a single cigarette for 20 cents almost. I don't know if that's a good or bad deal. Imagine you are so down bad, onto your last dime, you go and buy a single cigarette if you can't afford a full pack. That is addiction. We'll keep this for now for scientific purposes. Cigs, cigarette right here. Hi, cigarette right here. Hi. This will be a tough place to avoid secondhand smoke, no doubt. Smoking bad, but especially if you're a woman out here in Indonesia.
Yes, because smoking can cause the problem with the pregnancy.
I see. While nearly every dude out here had a cigarette, I wanted to hear from the elusive 3 to 5% of women who do smoke out here. But real quick, have you ever gotten in a car accident that wasn't your fault? Or have you gotten hurt at work? Your injury could be worth millions. If you become Morgan & Morgan's clients, they'll fight to get you the compensation that you deserve. And as America's largest injury law firm, they're ready to take out insurance companies of every size. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They've won a lot. Morgan & Morgan is so simple you can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all through your smartphone. They've achieved significant verdicts in the past couple of months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes, such as $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $26 million in Philadelphia, 40 times the highest insurance offer. You don't have to pay them anything unless you win your case. You can start your claim now at www.forthepeople.com/Tyler Oliveira, link in description, or by scanning the QR code here on screen with your phone's camera. You'll find out if you have a case in minutes. Thanks, Morgan & Morgan. Back to Indonesia. A female smoker is a rare unicorn out here. I'm sure they exist, perhaps behind closed doors. Cigarette box right there. Lighter right here. It's so deeply ingrained in the culture, it's inseparable. We're really doing a full backtrack right now, looking for the elusive female smoker. We got smokers everywhere. We have a vapor right here. We're trying to find a female smoker. Okay, we've noticed it's extremely hard to find a female smoker in Indonesia. Why do so few women smoke?
She said that it's not hard to find females.
Oh, it's not hard.
Iya, saya kebanyakan kan juga ada perempuan yang
Tapi kenapa kita tadi ketemunya laki-laki sih?
karena nggak di tempat umum kali ya, karena masih ada beberapa yang mungkin malu atau apa gitu.
What is the stigma for a woman who smokes?
Kebanyakan ya orang-orang pasti mikirnya ini pasti cewek nakal nih.
Like I told you.
Do you think that's fair?
Enggak juga sih.
Yeah, do you want to hit a vape?
No, because I hide it from my mom if I smoke in the camera.
She won't watch.
She's afraid with her mom.
Sebenarnya perempuan juga banyak yang ngerokok sih, tapi kayaknya lebih sering tuh di pinggir-pinggir gitu.
Bukan di tempat umum.
Tapi kalau aku pribadi di sini juga nggak apa-apa sih.
Iya, maksudnya mereka lebih tersembunyi gitu kan?
Iya.
Oke.
Iya.
We just filmed for an hour, came back, everyone's still smoking. Makasih. Bye-bye. See you. Makasih. Bye-bye. Same guys. Okay, now be honest with me. Are you gonna spend that on cigarettes?
Buat beli rokok bisa jadi.
Ay. The man, while he pushed the cart, he's doing some cardio while he hits the smoke. We made it to the bus stop. If you look over here, all the drivers are taking their smoke break. What age did you start smoking?
Nggak lama juga.
Nggak ingat usia berapa?
Dari sekolah masih SMP.
SMP. Around 14, 15 years old, he start to smoke.
I see. How many packs a day?
Itu satu hari. Nah, kalau menurut itu sih kagak bagus juga.
Does he know anyone who's died due to lung cancer or mesothelioma or skin cancer, that sort of thing?
Pernah juga saya.
Apa saudara bapak atau siapa?
Bukan.
Do you think you'll ever quit?
Ya kalau udah biasa gimana ya, susah juga.
Smoke over there, smoke over there. Smoker, smoker, smoker. Smoker right there. Combine all the smog with the smokes, it's pretty deadly out here. What percentage of your income goes towards cigarettes?
30-40% lah.
If you have to get rid of one thing, making love with your wife or smoking cigarettes, which one would you give up? It's a tough one, he's thinking.
Kalau kondisi sekarang sih rokok sih.
Okay, you would give up sex to continue smoking. Did he buy that cigarette individually?
Kalau tergantung ada duit, kalau misalkan itu. Tadi beli setengah.
When he has money, he will buy one pack whole. When he has no money, only one
I see.
cigarette.
Okay. Do you think it's good for your health or bad for your health?
Jujur sih enggak sih, tapi lebih mungkin untuk dapat ketenangan sih lebih.
Okay, that is his last cigarette. He will cherish it. At a certain point, is the stress created by not having the cigarette in the first place, a sort of chicken or the egg scenario in which you become stressed without the cigarette, yet you use the cigarette to relieve the stress. becomes an infinite cyclical loop where one causes the other and the other causes the other.
Yes, I agree. Because for someone smoker, when they smoke, they can release stress, but with smoke, they can create another problem.
One thing I am happy about though, you may see a ton of people smoking cigarettes, you don't see a ton of fentanyl addicts bent over, dying in real time on the streets. Cigarettes, oh look. Big boy right here. Super premium. Look at those photos too, jeez. We're gonna have to pixelate these for the YouTube video, but this is a brutal imagery. I'd be smoking like a dog out here. Unfortunately, you become a victim of your environment out here, and everyone here is adapting to the environment, which loves to smoke. You got everyone and their mothers smoking right now, 5 o'clock rush hour, long day after work. Open the pack, take a hit, smoke some cigs, relieve the stress. There's crazy traffic, it's loud, it's hot. I can imagine a cig would be quite relieving right now. In fact, last week, I tried my first cigarette after the Papuan jungle. Let me tell you, it felt good, it really did. I hate to say it, but I get why people smoke. While cigarettes are everywhere in big cities like Jakarta, slowly killing their loyal addicts, they have an even more complicated relationship in the countryside of places like East Java, where major cigarette manufacturers like Gudang Garam and PT Sampurna produce Indonesia's beloved Kretek cigarettes that dominate 95% of the market. Behind me is the Sampurna factory. This is where they make the famous Kreteks, the cigarettes everyone here loves to smoke. Just to show the sheer quantity, we got cigarettes. I saw a Marlboro branded cigarette bird cage. We're headed to a tobacco processing plant as we speak. I'm gonna try to speak to some farmers, maybe the boss, see how much these farmers are actually making and witness the processing in person. Hi, question for you. Rice?
Yes, tobacco.
Oh, tobacco.
Yeah, coba.
Oh, can I, okay, we found tobacco. I'm gonna say, if you can show me a tobacco farmer right now, I'll give you 100,000 more rupees. I need you to guide me there while we drive in car behind. I think he's gonna come. But real quick.
I'd be like, go on down the road, you fuck.
If you want to support our boots on the ground, independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive DLC content that YouTube won't let me upload, and uncensored early access to all my videos before they go up on YouTube, go subscribe at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for less than $5 a month. He's in the car now. We're gonna follow him. He's gonna tell our driver where to go. We're gonna meet some farmers. I presume he knows people in the area. We're about to find out. And look to your left. It is not officially dry season. It is rainy season, so they're growing other crop alternatives meanwhile. Like I see, we're gonna meet some farmers right now. I hope he's cool with us coming in, barging in like this. Hello. Is tobacco farming profitable?
Menguntungkan sekali daripada petani daripada tanaman yang lain.
Do you ever lose money farming tobacco?
Belum pernah.
Oh.
Belum. Selalu sukses, belum pernah.
Okay. Have you ever gotten sick from the nicotine while farming tobacco?
Selalu sehat, belum pernah ngerasain nikotin. Belum pernah itu.
Do you own this farm?
Betul. Saya tiap tahun nanam tembakau di kala bulan 5 sampai bulan 8.
Do you smoke cigarettes? If so, how many packs a day?
Kalau saya pribadi merokok sejak masih muda.
Oh, tobacco. You show me tobacco. Oh, we have tobacco. Okay, there it is. And he is rolling a cigarette right now. And look to his left, he has a cigarette rolling. This is the culture out here. It's not tobacco farming season, but everyone's got a bag of tobacco out here, it seems. And he just rolled his own cigarettes, and now he will smoke. Oh, terima kasih. Can you roll one for me? Can you roll one for me? One for me? Okay. Oh, for me? Makasih. We got our own bag of tobacco. Can you roll me one? Okay, this is terrible for your health. Do not smoke, kids, but I gotta try one of these. While my new friend rolls my cigarette, how much do the farmhands make working on these tobacco farms? How is work as a tobacco farmer during the tobacco season? Is it difficult or easy?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. How much do you make as a tobacco farmer during the tobacco season each day?
200.
Does basically everyone here work in the tobacco farms during the tobacco season? Yeah, everyone? Does the work pay well or do they keep you poor?
Bagus. Good.
Bagus? Okay, so it pays well. Does it pay more than the other crops you could help grow?
Lebih besar.
That guy's in the water smoking a cigarette. Right now, they're building a wall, but when tobacco is back in season, they will all be helping grow it. They said they make good money out here growing tobacco and basically 2 times as much as the other crops. And people here in the countryside seem to be in more denial regarding the negative health consequences of this cash crop that fuels their local economy out here. Do cigarettes kill you?
Tidak, no.
Do you think smoking is good for your health or bad for your health? Microphone.
Wah, kesehatan bagus.
They thought that was a vape for surely. Are cigarettes good for your health?
Ya, baik.
Yeah?
Ya, baik.
Okay.
Tidak baik. Tidak baik.
I'm no smoking.
No smoke? Okay, you're the first guy here I've met no smoke.
No smoke.
Okay. Good for your health or bad? Bagus?
Bagus.
Okay, bagus.
Ya.
Bagus?
Bagus.
Okay. Bagus?
Bagus, baik, bagus.
What we've learned is a lot of people don't think cigarettes are bad for them. And those people just so happen to be involved in the tobacco farming industry. If you were a lung doctor, you'd never have time off out here. Are cigarettes good for your health or bad for your health?
Oke, menurut saya, merokok itu ada baiknya juga untuk menghilangkan stres, gini kan ya. Pening, pusing, stres, oke boleh hilangan. Tapi kalau tanpa rokok, kayak orang bingung. Okay,
makasih. And then the farmer who gave me tobacco brought me out back to show how the tobacco is grown and cut. We found tobacco. Okay, so this is the tobacco plant right here. He's pulling out the machine for us. Wow. So this is a tobacco cutting machine. We're gonna take this tobacco and cut it right now to show the process. They get this tall. How long will that take?
40 hari, sekitar 2 bulan lah.
40 days, about 2 months, it'll be this tall. He says tobacco makes 3 times the income of other crops. Wow, okay, that's a lot of money. Our boy here has folded us a nice tobacco leaf. I gotta ask him, do you love a good cigarette?
Oh betul, yang enak. Jadi rokok ada kelasnya, ada yang enak, ada yang kurang enak. Saya suka yang.
Do you ever worry about your health given the amount of exposure you have to nicotine and tobacco plants?
Oh tidak. Jadi saya anggap tembakau itu biasa, tidak ada penyakitnya.
Do you think tobacco is good for your health?
Kalau baik untuk kesehatan, saya kira tidak. Cuman sudah terbiasa itu. Selama ini masih belum ada nampak negatif. Jadi udah terbiasa gitu. Udah terbiasa mengenai tembakau itu untuk masyarakat Jawa Timur khususnya. 90% merokok.
And there it is, the freshly cut.
Terlalu kuat.
Ooh, dang. All natural, local cigarette. While countries like the United States don't smoke nearly as much, we struggle with our own opioid epidemic with drugs like fentanyl zombifying Americans in every major city. But Indonesia seems to handle the stress and difficulty of life in their own problematic and deadly way. And through a combination of unique cultural, religious, and economic factors, cigarettes have become king here. Hopefully, one day that might change.